So my question is if you have savings sitting in the bank over here, and then you have debt that's gaining $89 per month in interest, when you ask the question, what should I do with my savings? You might want to ask yourself, is my savings gaining $89 per month in interest every month? Is it gaining 89? If it is, then you're breaking even, okay? Because you're paying it out over here, but you're gaining it over here. But what if you're doing if you got this in a savings account at the bank, you might be drawing 0.0125%. The banks don't pay much when you have savings sitting in their savings account, do they? So if you think you're saving money, but yet you're paying interest, you're losing. This isn't a positive. You're losing $89 a month, even though you don't see it coming off of your savings balance. You're paying it out of your income into here. So totally, common sense says, well, I would want to pay off my debt, but there may be a better way. That's where the infinite banking concept comes into play. So let's watch this for a second. Now, I love the IBC because I just think it's a glorified savings account that I absolutely love. Whereas the IBC is really just a whole life policy that's specially designed for you to kind of make money while you're using money. Let's see what I mean by that. So let's say that I have $5,000 in savings and I still have that credit card debt I just talked about here, but I take $5,000 and I put it into an IBC whole life policy. What does this mean? This was so stupid to me when I first started. This was so stupid when I heard this, because I don't like paying car insurance. I don't like having to pay for health insurance. I don't like having to pay for life insurance. I feel like that, by the time you do your E&O insurance and then you're covering your home insurance, it just seems like it's a blow, right? It just seems like it's another way for the companies to make money. But the whole life that I learned about with the IBC makes me want to run around the room in excitement because of this. If I take 5,000 and I set a premium up to where I'm paying $5,000 in, they will work that out according to what kind of scenario you have going on in your own life situation. So you would have to have a conversation. I'll give you some information for that later if you want to. But when the 5,000 goes into this whole life, what happens to it? Well, sit down, because you're not going to believe this, but this starts growing at compound interest. Okay? Okay, so that's pretty exciting. Compound interest, that's pretty exciting. This also pays dividends. Now, they're not guaranteed, but the companies that I have been paying out dividends for 100 years or more. So I'm enjoying the benefits. So you've got compound interest, pays dividends, and it's guaranteed. What does that mean? Is your money guaranteed when it's sitting in the bank? I don't think so. Guaranteed. Now, what do I look for when I'm looking for somewhere to put my savings? Well, I like to look at guaranteed growth. Guaranteed growth. Do you have guaranteed growth in your stock fund right now? Guaranteed growth. Why is it guaranteed growth? Well, because of this compound interest. So it's compounding. It's beautiful. Guaranteed growth. But what's better for me? What's better for me than the guaranteed growth is this one. Guaranteed not to lose it. Do you know how when you're a broke person and you're living paycheck to paycheck most of your life, that when you think about putting into the stock market or something, you know that feeling that comes over you like, but what if I put this in there and the stock market falls and then I lose all my money? Real scenarios every day, right? Very big risk. Very big risk. So if you put your money into guaranteed growth, guaranteed not to lose it, that right there sold me. I'm like, let's do it. Oh, but wait a minute. I don't want it to be like a 401k to where I can't touch it until I'm 59 and a half. So do I have to wait until I'm 59 and a half before I can use this? Nope. What can we do? We can take loans from this. This is our money that goes in. This is our premium money. With this premium, not only comes guaranteed growth, guaranteed not to lose it, but it comes with a death benefit, just like you know a whole life to do. So guess what? My kids are now covered. Anything happens to me, they're good to go. Right? That's a very good feeling for a parent. So guaranteed growth, guaranteed not to lose it, and you get the death benefit. Okay. What else do we have here? We can use it. So we can take a loan from ourselves. Now, when I heard that, I took a step back. And I literally had a conversation. Why would you take a loan from this? Well, a couple of things. Go with me here. You're not going to believe this because it took me a long time to get all of this in order where I could feel it and believe it myself. So I'm with you, okay? I had to walk all of this out. And I'm kind of letting you jump light years ahead by bringing it to you in layman's terms so that you can kind of understand what I'm talking about here. You'll still need to study this.